Hey Amber, this is a video to walk you through our restaurant profits program and give you an idea of what we're doing. I'm going to send you separate videos to go over the curbside that we're doing for free for restaurant owners right now, the gift card program, and the Adopt a Hospital or First Responder program that we're doing for free. We're waiving um, all of our fees on that and offering to restaurant owners for free. We're probably gonna do it for another week, and then we're just gonna charge probably $47 for it. We're kind of getting overloaded with them right now. But yeah, so we're still doing it for free. I'll send you videos on each of those three so you can check those out and then give you an idea through this with our main program. Most of our clients, about half our clients are restaurants. We run this program for, I've got 20 years experience in marketing and branding for companies like New York Times, Booz Allen Hamilton, Visa. These are some of the companies I've done programs for, every branch of the military, National Gallery of Art, Visa, Hershey's, lots of fun, larger companies, but learned that I didn't really like working with them. Wasn't what I really enjoyed. But I come from a restaurant family. On the upper left, that's my mom's dad. He came from Italy when he was 44 years old, and the only job he could get was as a waiter in an Italian restaurant, and he did that for 40 years, well into his 80s. Put my mom through school and bought a house and lived a good life on a waiter's salary, which you don't see much anymore. On the right-hand side are my dad's dad and mom. My dad's dad owned small businesses his whole life, things like small appliance repair shops and stuff like that. And then in the middle is my uncle and my aunt and their granddaughter. He owned an Italian butcher shop in Delhi in Pittsburgh for 50 years and put 3 kids through college with it. It was like a little bodega that had an Italian store in the back. It was absolutely amazing. So I've worked with restaurants 20 plus years. I worked in restaurants for years when I was coming up, and it's really my family, so it's kind of my passion. So what I've always been kind of looking for is a way to help restaurants have a marketing program that they can actually track the results of. When I was working in TV and radio and print working with restaurants, I could never really tell them anything in terms of stats, how many people were seeing an ad, how many people were responding to an ad, much less how many people were actually redeeming it, coming in and spending money. There was no way for me to show that. So that's what I've been looking for. And online marketing actually gives you the way to do that. And these are the 4 ways we concentrate on doing that: bringing you new customers, getting your current customers back in, turning them into repeat customers who come in regularly, and then increasing your average check size over time. And the way we do that's pretty obvious. We turn new customers into repeat customers, increase the average check, turn current customers into repeat customers, and increase their average check too. Because if we can get people to come back more often, it's going to be great for your restaurant because the more they come back, the more they spend typically. So now the way that most marketing efforts work is you spend dollars to drive sales, which seems to make sense. You put money in, you want to get a certain amount of money back out. But we found is a lot more effective is spending your ad dollars to build your database. And the reason for that is if you do an ad in Clipper or you do an ad in the paper or on TV or on radio, you have that audience only as long as you're advertising. And as soon as you stop, it's gone. Well, excuse me, what we want to do is build an audience that you own. So you have your own radio station, you have your own TV station, you have your own newspaper that you can use. You don't have to spend the money over there. You can just advertise to this group that we're growing. I mean, obviously you want to keep advertising to grow your group, but the bigger your group gets, the more powerful it is and the more people you can drive into your restaurant with one simple message. So that's what we do. We do use our ad dollars to build a giant database of customers and then use that to drive your sales. And we can track that all the way through. And some of the tools we use to do that, to acquire our first customer, we're going to use Facebook ads, Instagram ads, social media management, marketing consulting, Google Maps, Google My Business, all those things we can optimize to help your restaurant grow. And then we customize their experience with things like birthday and anniversary program, getting them to give reviews, our Wi-Fi program where we can give a password that'll draw them into our program for them to use your Wi-Fi. In-store program, we give you QR codes and NFC tags and a custom URL and even a text number that they can text to join the program. And then we build on that over time with our email marketing, text message marketing, Facebook Messenger marketing, boomerang marketing. That's if somebody's joined your page, if somebody's joined your VIP group, or they've been to your Facebook page or your restaurant's website page, we can retarget them later with additional ads and get back in front of them again, try to get them to come in. So we find people join the program, but they don't redeem their offer. We get back in front of them with ads to try to get them to come back. And then top level, we have our brand building program where we advise you on the best content to create in order to create a very close relationship with you and our customers. And the clients that are doing that are the ones that are seeing great success right now. We work with Michelle from Scrimp Shack very closely. We've got other clients like Schaefer's Barbecue out in Middletown that we work with very closely, advising them on the things that they should do to kind of build their brand. That has been incredibly effective for helping them do that. and they're seeing the benefits right now. I mean, some of them are having their absolute busiest times right now during a pandemic, and that's because they did the work to kind of build that relationship with their customers. The first thing we want to do is acquire that customer. So we use that marketing to grow that database, get the name, email, and phone number, get them into the program. Then we want to drive that first visit, get them through the door that first time, so they experience your food, experience the restaurant, your staff, everything like that. And if you have a solid restaurant where you have good food and you have good service, then they're going to want to come back. Then what we're going to do is build that relationship over time. So typically how that works is in month one, we're using that customer opt-in, get them into the rest, get them to join the program, get them to come in and redeem that first offer. And then after that, we're going to send them a survey. And the purpose of that survey is get information from them. We want to find out why they come in, who they came in with, what days they come in, are they by themselves, with friends, family, what are the items that they like, what items would they like to see, if they have any feedback, and we're going to use that information to customize their experience, because obviously we don't want to send a single guy the same offer. We're going to send a family, right? So we're going to use that information to customize that experience. They get their second offer after they opt in. Right now, we're actually doing carousels for a lot of places because we're trying to drive as much business as we can. So we're using a carousel ad, so like they can just pick whichever one they want rather than getting a follow-up. But typically what we do is they get one and they redeem it. 21 hours later, they'll get their next one because we're trying to influence them to come back as much as possible. We use those reminder offers and reminder messages through email and text and Facebook to remind them to come back into the restaurant. And then in the end, we're using our email, text, and messenger program to reach back out to them with branding, with new offers, all kinds of things that we can do and build up over time. Way we acquire the customer, mostly it's through Facebook and Instagram. We use ads like this that you can see. They get tons of engagement. This is Bonchon Chicken in Manassas. Over 3,000 comments, and every one of those comments is somebody who has driven into our program. We tell them to mention a friend so that more people are driven in. So if they mention a friend, then their friend's going to get a notification, come and look at the ad. They can join too. It's been very effective for getting more and more people in there. We have 10 tactics that we use to get people in: our Facebook, our Instagram, Messenger, emails, texts, and our ability to retarget based off of that. So somebody clicks on this, somebody likes it, they comment on it, we can get back in front of them again and again. And then we give you our organic stuff that you can do in your restaurant, table toppers and graphics that you can use to get people in your restaurant. We typically find if the staff is well trained, they'll get about 30% of the customers that come in the restaurant to join the program. We find if it's below than that, then we know that they're not being asked. And that just means we have to train them up. And we give you videos on how to do that. Again, this is the stats on here. Over 3,000 comments, 244 shares. It's probably higher than this now. I mean, that was when we took this. They spent $4,000 between our retainer and their fees on their ad spend on Facebook. We expect this list to generate over $120,000 a year in annual revenue, and that's based on numbers they gave us, based on how many times a year a customer comes in. We take that, multiply that by the average check and the number of new customers we create, and we get that total annual impact, which would be almost a 3,000% ROI, which is pretty insane, right? And to kind of show you a side benefit of what we do, these are all the posts on their page around the time we started working together. So you can see the actual post that we run ads to and how much exposure that post by itself gets. So I mean, it's seen by almost 100,000 people. But if you look before we started working together, they're regular posts. So this is if they post this on Facebook, that's how many times it was seen, 184. So on average, anything they post is only being seen around 100 times. So if they put a post on Facebook, 100 people saw it. After we started working together, you can see how high the numbers rise. And we aren't putting any ad spend behind any of these posts. This is just a side effect of us creating so much engagement right here that Facebook says, man, they're doing a great thing. We want to show this more. So 3-4 times more times these posts are being seen every day, which is just a ridiculous amount of increased engagement and visibility for your brand. And this kind of shows it in a really stark way. Instead of being per post, this is per day. So this is how many people per day were being shown their brand. So before we started working together, you can see there's nothing here. It's nothing. On average, 86 people per day were seeing their brand on Facebook. 86, which is a pretty small number. After we started working together, on average, 3,786 people were seeing it, which is nuts. It's over a 4,000% increase. And that's not even like the main thing that we're selling here, but it's pretty impressive. Like if you could get that from anything else, from radio or TV, print, anything, you'd be blown away, right? And that's something that we can do here that you just can't do on those other platforms. Well, this is how we show that it works. We want to drive that first visit, remind them to visit, get that additional information from them, and launch those additional offers. This is Bonchon again. Over 300,000 times their ads were seen. Over 2,000 people joined the program. Over 40% of them came in on that first offer, which was 902 people. Over 1,000 total redemptions, $24,000 in sales. Their average check was $23 plus. Total cost was a little over $4,000. Annual impact from that, we would expect to be over $120,000 for the year. An ROI of 29.2 to 1, which is like a 3,000% ROI, and their acquisition cost to get a new customer was only 471 cents. Now, these are obviously incredible numbers, like above and beyond what most places get, but we're able to do this pretty consistently. This was a customer running the program out in Twin Falls, Idaho, which is tiny. In 60 days, 1,300 people joined the program, 463 redemptions, which is nuts. It's a pizza place in Newport News. This was over 6 months, $40,000 in tracked sales, which is crazy. This is an Indian restaurant. Again, $24,000 in sales. This is a Mexican restaurant, over $16,000 in directly tracked sales. And that's just direct. Like, we know that there's a lot more being produced because people get their offer. They don't redeem it every time. We do have a loyalty program that we offer in addition to our regular program that kind of they can use to track more purchases, but people are going to come in other times. We hear all the time that people, oh, I forgot to use my thing, or they come in anyway if they don't have an offer. Maybe they're in a different time of day, but we're exposing more people to your brand. So that's why we get that annual impact number, because we know that more people are coming in and redeeming things even when they're not using their offers. And then we build a relationship from there. So we get all the information from a client. Like, you can see how many things he's responded to, how many offers he's redeemed. Well, we know their gender, relationship status, whether or not they're parents, times of days they come in, how often, days of the week, stuff like that. And we can use that to segment our audiences from there. So he looks like a single guy. We're going to send him a different offer than we're going to send a family. There's some general offers that we send out, but we want to speak them a little bit differently, and that's what we can do. And this is kind of how that works. We have an incredibly engaged database, and we can reach out to them. These are some examples of Facebook Messenger messages we've sent out. You can just see the read rate is ridiculous. That's the open rate, how many people opened it. And the click-through rate as well is just through the roof, right? This is one specific one that we sent out in February of last year. 1,000 people, 900 opened, 449 clicked, 91% open rate, 49% click-through rate. 50 people from it came in and spent money, average $40 each. That's $2,000 in sales just from that one message. We did something similar with our client out in Middletown. They were going to do a special one day only on a Thursday, which was their slowest day. They were doing these meat pies. And the only thing we did was a Facebook post and a message to the group through email telling them about these meat pies. They were going to make 100 of them. They're $5 each. People could buy them ahead of time. We did a little challenge where if they sold 23 or fewer, then the husband got to put a pie in the wife's face. And if they sold 23 or more, then the wife had to put a pie in the husband's face. They sold out. They sold 100 of them ahead of time. We made it so they could buy them ahead of time, and it worked incredibly well. They made it was like an extra $750 that night. It was like 45 extra people in. It was great just from the pies. Like, they probably sold more food, but just the pies was $750 or something. But yeah, it was a good night for them. Anyway, so this is the basics of the program. Our Restaurant Profits Program package is $497 a month. It has the opt-in offer, our follow-up sequences, our 8-step organic program, messenger, text, and email automation, Facebook and Instagram campaigns. In general, the minimum ad spend is $300 a month. There's a $497 setup fee that doesn't include the ad spend. And the only increase from that would come if you hit 1,500 subscribers. Then there's a $75 increase. The cost to us to run the programs that we use increases every 500. We don't pass that on until we get to 15. Then the second program is our birthday program. Facebook knows when everybody's birthday is, so you can target them really easily. And people like to go out on their birthday, and they never go out by themselves on their birthday. So marketing to them on their birthday is also highly effective. That includes the birthday offer and reminder sequence, messenger, text, and email automations, Facebook and Instagram campaigns. We generally recommend $150 ad spend on that as well. It's a $247 setup fee. It does not include the ad spend, and it's a $75 increase for each 1,500 subscribers. If we do them both together, then it only goes up 75 for both of them. We don't charge you 75 for the birthday and the Restaurant Profits. The package price on that is $697 a month with a $250 setup fee. Does not include the ad spend, same increased price. And to kind of help people out right now, we're doing a special to get people through the coronavirus stuff, where you can get both of these for the price of the Restaurant Profits program. So for like 3 months, you get it for $497, which is a pretty great deal. I think, like I said, we're just trying to help people. Obviously, we can't do everything for free. We are doing the curbside and some other programs for free, but this one we still got to charge for because it's our main program. Other things we offer are digital loyalty punch card. That's an add-on so that anytime somebody makes a purchase, they can scan a code, or they can send a text, or they can use our custom URL, or they can use the NFC tag to join the program. That's been really effective to drive additional sales and help people become more loyal because they're getting extras for that. And so generally we do something like buy 10 and the 11th is free or something like that. Our customer retention engine, that's where we're doing customized email nurturing and communication by text and email. We're going to be breaking that down a little bit more in the future, but right now that's how we're running it. It's $247 a month for bi-monthly nurturing and communication by text and email. And then we also build in our reputation management, where we're going to be able to drive additional reviews for you every month. That's $247 on average. A review online is seen 40 times a month if you respond to it 80 times. So driving reviews is incredibly powerful, especially for restaurants. And then lastly, our contest engine. That's where you run monthly contests on your page to drive engagement and get more people into the program. Things like gift card contests. We also do catering contests, work really well. Photo contests, wedding contests, party. We've got a whole list of contests that we run that are pretty great, that work really well. Those are also $247. We've recently added online ordering for people that they can use as well if they don't have that already. The base price on that is $59 a month. And then there are add-ons for if you want payment processing built in and some few other things. But that's a pretty cool program. You can actually build ordering right in on Facebook, so people can order through your Facebook page. But those are the main things that we're doing. Oh yeah, top level stuff, our brand building. That's where we help you do everything on your Facebook page. So we'll run your Facebook, we do your post to your Facebook or Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of those. We run a brand building billboard campaign, a brand building boomerang campaign. Those are a little bit different from our regular campaigns where they're more about awareness. So we'll be running pictures, videos, things like that out there to get in front of people and build an audience for you. And then we retarget the people who see those videos with our ads. Those have been working incredibly well for getting out in front of people. So that's our brand building campaign. Put it all together for our platinum program. That's where you get the restaurant profits program, the birthday program, digital loyalty punch card, customer communication program, reputation management, and contest engine. It would ordinarily be $1,700. We do that for $247. We have multi-location discounts. So I know you guys are kind of in a franchise. So if more of them come on, then we drop the price down because we can. If we can do it for more places, then it saves money. So if you know of other Plaza Aztecas that would want to join on, it can save you money. And then the program with the brand building is $15.97 a month. And again, the price drops the more places that you do. So yeah, those are our main programs. If you got any questions, let me know. If you want to jump on for the curbside or the gift cards or the Adopt a First Responder, we can do that as well. We're offering this for free for now. We're probably gonna have to increase that to like 47 bucks in the future just because we're getting a little bit swamped. But yeah, just let me know and I'll talk with you soon.